Activision is finally removing skill-based matchmaking, or at least thinking about fully removing it. So the news came out that in the Black Ops 7 beta, they have a mosh pit where SBMM is turned completely off, and I also assume the engagement optimized matchmaking is turned off as well. And honestly, it's just hilarious watching them just now start to do this, because this should have been done a very long time ago. I mean, honestly, they probably should have just had like 2 separate playlists in Modern Warfare 2019, maybe Black Ops Cold War, where they tested this a little bit. But the fact they're just now beginning to actually consider that SBMM is not actually good is appalling to me. In a video that I made back in 2020, I said that skill-based matchmaking wouldn't hurt the franchise directly within a short time period, like 1 to 2 years, but it will later on down the line, like 5 years and beyond. And I also mentioned that if they continue to use this system, it'll make people sweatier and sweatier as time goes on, and when they actually finally do remove the system, because they have to eventually at some point, it will be too late, and the player base will be irreversibly made more sweaty, at least compared to how things were back then. And it's absolutely the case today. A lot of people that are playing the beta say that even in the no skill-based matchmaking playlist, their lobbies are almost the exact same, if not slightly better, slightly worse. And this tells me that I have been vindicated, that it is actually coming true, everything that I've said for years now. And it's funny, it genuinely is, because even if this game fully comes out, the level of apathy that this franchise has instilled into me as someone who used to be a massive like COD fanboy, like I used to consider Call of Duty to be my #1 favorite, franchise ever. The level of apathy they have induced into me is so to where even if they remastered Black Ops 2 in its entirety, and they didn't add or remove anything, and the matchmaking was like the classic, matchmaking, I still wouldn't buy or play it. In fact, I probably wouldn't even watch videos on it, because I literally don't care. There's been a lot of news that I could have covered over the years about Call of Duty and Call of Duty's tremendous downfall, but I haven't really ever made a video on it. I mean, it's been years. My last video on Call of Duty was literally 4 years ago, right? So I literally don't care. Many people said, and I used to get these comments all the time, people used to say, oh, I'll see you next year. You're just one of those complainers that'll buy the game and keep playing it, and then you'll say that you hate it. I actually stand on business. I stand on things that I say. I said that I was done with Call of Duty. I would never buy a COD game ever again, and lo and behold, I did not. My last COD game that I ever purchased was Modern Warfare 2019, and Black Ops Cold War was given to me for free by PS Plus, so I basically tried out the zombies and saw that it was just slop. Didn't even give the campaign a chance. Played the multiplayer for a week and then ended up hating it, just like Modern Warfare 2019. So after that point, I just stopped playing all COD games. I even stopped playing Modern Warfare Remastered. And when you try to go back to the game now, Modern Warfare Remastered, it's completely hacked to shit. Even on PS4, by the way. So I was actually in a lobby with a friend of mine on Modern Warfare Remastered, and there was a genuine modder in the lobby that basically just kept like forced closing games, right? So it's safe to say that all the COD games that I could play are cooked, and all the COD games that are coming out are cooked. And just like I said before, if this game comes out, if Black Ops 7 really comes out and is the first COD game in a while to just not have SBMM, I think it'll be too late. Like, I'm still not going to buy it. I'm going to buy Battlefield 6. I'm going to play the shit out of Battlefield 6. And to me, it really doesn't matter what Battlefield 6, like what happens to BF6. To me, what matters is fun, right? And with Call of Duty, I have not had fun in a very, very long time. I had some fun in like Black Ops 3, some very small, minute moments in Black Ops 4. But besides that, the last COD game that I actually really enjoyed was Black Ops 2. Like, that was the actual last good COD game, and that was 13 years ago. So I've let it go. Many people have let it go. However, there are some people that are still hanging in there that are really just stubborn for some reason. Alright, so to make a correction, I actually did make a COD video after that last video there. It was a video just kind of like warning people not to play or buy, Modern Warfare 3. It had some of the Cold War footage that I recorded in my week of playing the game. And that video, I don't know if you have the dislike extension put into your browser, but that video received basically, I think around a 50-50 like to dislike ratio. And a lot of the comments that I got before they were removed were very toxic. People just being defensive, like, oh, this will be a good COD game, you just suck. And other personal attacks as well. So it doesn't really surprise me. But Modern Warfare 3 ironically ended up being one of the better ones, but even then still it sucked ass because of the matchmaking, and I still did not buy or play it. And I don't know anybody who bought or played it. So, yeah, so I think this year will be a very interesting year for Activision. I think it'll be the year where they're finally kind of like humbled, and I saw it coming from like 1,000 miles away. There was eventually going to be a breaking point where people got something better and they just played something better, you know, because Call of Duty has not had substance in a very long time. And I feel like a lot of people have only really been playing COD because there's nothing else like it. And now that BF6 is coming out and they have Vince Zampella on the team over there at DICE, and he's like directing the entire game from like the start of its development to now and beyond, I think a lot of people are going to make the smart decision. And I think this will actually be the first year where Battlefield outsells Call of Duty. I think this will be the first year where COD is not the #1 most sold game for the year. Speaking of like game sales and shit, I actually had a conspiracy for a very long time that Activision was like using some of the marketing budget to purchase copies of their own game. That might be true. Who knows? Because like Activision's sales figures are always like super high, but I have watched my friends list, my massive friends list on PlayStation dwindle down when it comes to the people that are actually playing Call of Duty. Like when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, most of my friends were playing it. When Cold War came out, that was cut in half. When Vanguard came out, there was like 2 people playing it, and then when the next game came out, I think there was Modern Warfare 2, nobody was playing it. And I haven't seen anybody on my friends list play Call of Duty since. So, you know, in spite of their massive figures and their massive profits, I don't actually know anybody who plays Call of Duty anymore, and I haven't known anybody who has in a very long time. So if that's a statement about the popularity of COD, I think it definitely speaks measures. So yeah, that's it for this video. Just wanted to kind of like check in here. Haven't made a video in several months. I believe my last video was in April. Just to give a little status update to everybody, I've been focusing on other things. I have other channels. I operate just different social media accounts. You know, I've lost so much interest in gaming that, not, you know, gaming as like a hobby, but more so just gaming as like a sort of subject matter to talk about or think about, that I really just haven't had any organic interest in making videos on this platform for the reasons I used to. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you.